Well, John Mackey, there was a man on a mission if ever there was one.
Absolutely. Quite a person to meet. I mean, he talks about this idea about liberating the heroic spirit of business. And what he really means is that capitalism has its place in society, and right now business isn't speaking out loud enough for it. And he sees himself as a real campaigner in business. And I think, you know, one of the things about meeting a few of the sort of American entrepreneurs that we met was that these guys think they're going to change the world. They don't blush when they say that. And that actually that is an essential part of the purpose of business. So those businesses with mission can campaign with it. And to take up Paul Lindley's point is that they get momentum. So, you know, that campaign part is part of the heart, part of the brain, is that they get something really powerful as part of that. And Whole Foods is a great example of a business that's done that over the last 30 years.
So, Nick, this book, Mission, is going to bring together a lot of these stories of the people you've met and so on and so forth. What are you hoping people are going to get out of it when they read it?
Well, I think I'd like that people are inspired by the stories. I think over the course of the last year, we've met and spoken with 30, 35 brilliant founders of amazing businesses. So we've spoken to Joe Gebbia, one of the co-founders of Airbnb, which is radically reshaping the hospitality industry. We've spoken to, obviously, John Mackey. We've spoken to Brits in the Valley that are doing it, and including Michael Birch, the founder of Bebo, who sold his business for $850 million. And back in the UK, we've also been speaking with people such as Lord Rose, who was behind Plan A at Marks and Spencer. So I think, it's a manual for how some of the breakthrough businesses of today are really actually achieving these breakthroughs. But specifically, how are they doing it? What is the underpinning of the businesses that they're forming at the point that they're creating them?
So real practical tips for entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And we've written it for, in the last 5 years, in the course of this Parliament, there have been 760,000 businesses that have come online. Those businesses, many of those will be the growth businesses of tomorrow. Those are the businesses that are learning as they go along. And we wanted to take tips and advice from the world's best, because this is the opportunity for the UK to bring some fantastic businesses to bear. I mean, it's just worth saying that in Europe right now, there are 25 million small businesses. 5 million of those businesses are here in the UK, and 760,000 of those 5 million businesses are under 5 years old. That's what the future looks like, and that's who we've written the book for.
You mentioned, you've sort of defined the companies who are going to break through in this fashion as carers, sharers and darers. Yeah. Do you want to expand a little bit on that?
I'll let Michael expand on that.
Well, what we found is 2008, financial crash. That's been one part of the story. On the other side of that has been this phenomenal speeding up of change through technology. One of the people we spoke to called it dog years, which is that every new year is worth 7 old years. Things are changing at a phenomenal rate. And out of that has come new types of businesses. So the caring economy are the people, you know, like John Mackey, the people that want to sort of do something to nurture, do something different for you. The sharers is the sharing economy, and we've seen those businesses like Airbnb, as Nick has talked about, but BlaBlaCars in Europe. And the darers are the technologists, the people that have to have your belief if they're going to change the world, because right now they are the small acorns that are going to go into the great oak trees. But fundamentally, they are optimists. They're all optimistic groups.
And they're visionaries in many respects. And if you look at what Uber is doing to reshape the way we understand transportation, the way Airbnb is reshaping our understanding of hospitality and the way that we might use and share our homes in the future. And we've heard from Paul about reimagining the way that we might feed our children and have a much healthier relationship with food. I think a lot of these founders are starting these businesses because they have a passionate sense of what they're trying to change, what they're trying to disrupt, but it's that underpinning of mission that is really helping them to bring that to life.
And then also making it happen.
And making it happen, yes.
And I mean, one of the themes which is emerging and has been emerging over the last few months and couple of years is you know, that slight barrier that the high growth businesses, you know, they're getting from being a good business to a great global business. Do you now passionately believe that it's having this sense of mission that's going to make the change?
Absolutely. I think, yeah, there's been a real journey for us in terms of putting the book together. I mean, and I think, you know, if you just pursue profit, in the end, a business has to have a soul. And I think this comes right back to the point of what does business do? A lot of the businesses that we see there, they're motivated first and foremost by the problem that they want to solve. It's not about how am I going to make money out of this and how am I going to grow a global world beater. It's the fact that they've got something that matters to the world that they want to solve. And I think this is the point, that we really feel out of this, is that there is an emerging group of people that feel fundamentally that business is a force for good. It is a force for change. And outside of the four walls of this auditorium, that is a point which is still up for debate. And actually, that is a point that business has to win, and it has to become a lot louder in terms of how it makes its case.
How can we read this book and when? Nick?
It's available in all good bookstores on July the 2nd. We are accepting pre-orders via Amazon. And if you receive an email from anyone on the Seven Hills team from today onwards, you'll be able to click on the auto-signature.
Tremendous. You see, they're terribly good at this, aren't they? Guys, very, very good to hear about this new project. I think it chimes with a lot of us here in the room. Congratulations, and thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.